I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CT Review. Today is January 15, Wednesday, 2025. Hope you had a good day today. So CPI decided to push it all the way up, and it made sense to wipe out that easy liquidity. And I mentioned that yesterday as a very possible option. As take a look. Yesterday, if you watch yesterday's video, when they do this type of like down, up, down, like real quick at the end of the day and all that, that is, I wanted to mention it yesterday, but it is a big sign that they're trying to just shake you out before you get in, type of thing. And sure enough, CPI just opened up and generally will pick a side, and it made sense to come up because of the liquidity. And then my target today was the daily imbalance right there in between January 6th, Monday, and January 8th, right there. See that? So January 7th, if you go to a 4-hour, you're going to see, let me zoom in for you, you're going to see that we are tagging those guys right there. So that's that daily imbalance. It's pretty small. And then that's that 4-hour, remember that 4-hour inversion. But anyways, that liquidity, and we tapped right in. Look at, we're trapping hard. Now look at these motherfuckers. So I'm going to do this for you guys today just to show you. Oh, you know what? I didn't even pick it up. Here, hold on 1 second. All right, so this is going to be a fire video, so just pay attention. Again, you know, 830 is shooting the price all the way up. Obviously, it's ramming that liquidity above, and if it's very bullish, you're not going to really come back and test that previous day's high. Yes, it broke through, and we'll maybe visit that later, but in a possible bottom range and pushing up, I mean, you don't expect it to come this deep. So for me, I played it very safe today. So in the sense of I'm waiting for a change in delivery for me to like a break and a retrace type of entry. So for me here, I'm getting in right here as we're popping up right into this. So I was using the 10-second and 15-second chart for some of this. So it's going to be kind of hard to explain, but let me just get through it here. So we pushed up here, and then we made kind of like a 3 drives pattern. And when you see these down wicks like that, see that? This is also a support. These are down candles on different time frames. So doing the projection from here to here with these consecutive candles, you can see the 1 to 1.5, right? So yeah, I would have preferred this, but at the same speaking, you have to take profit because of the fact that it might not even make it. And if it's bullish, it might not even hit this top 25%. And sure enough, it did not. So I'm going to go through it here, but take a look here. Again, I got to show it to you. This was an inversion on a 15-second, this right here. So what I did is I waited for it to break the candles and then show me that it's in a sell program. Retrace back up here, all right? And then I get tagged, and I waited for it to enter inside that 10 seconds. So 15-second actually. So let me do this. And if you don't have seconds, you know, I understand, but I'm just gonna have to still explain it. So this is how I was doing it. Where am I? Over here, yeah. So if you take a look here, you can see the drives, but take a look. Once we break these consecutive, so this consecutive candles here was a 1 minute. So, and I got the inversion right here. You could see that it's tagging right there. You see that? So, then it retraces back up and then raids and then dips into it. So I'm already in it, snipered in, and I have it stretched out. That's how initially I'm able to catch like these highs right here. But it sure enough, it fell down. So let me see if I can. There's so much to talk about. Oh man. So that's that area right there. That's how I was able to snipe in there. So for me, I'm waiting for confirmation. This is not me. I'm not trying to catch tops or anything like that. This is me following the real protocol of how I should enter and wait for structure and shit like that. So anyways, you see we break down here, we pop right. So this is a 1 minute, right? Yeah. So we pop right back in, right back into these. See these 3 consecutive candles? Got it drawn out. We tag in with an imbalance. We tag in. Now the 930 is here, right? So I do allow it to come down for another drive to wipe out this liquidity. So it opens up, comes down, comes back up, and we're safe here. I push my stop loss lower because I don't want it to be any higher. And technically I would have put it here, but anyways, we come down and we get into a 1 on 1.5. If we're really bullish, I don't expect it to come any really lower. So sure enough, it did not. It came down just a hair lower, but anyways, let me go to the next trade so you can see it. So that's explaining right here. Now the problem with me, again, this is why I'm not going to fucking screenshot, but the reason why, I'm mad is because I'm literally screenshotting it right here. So at this point, the fucking price jumped on me and I missed the buy because I'm waiting for the buy and I'm waiting for this leg to come up here. So, and sure enough, it did. And when I was trying to buy this, it was coming up to get this guy right here, this swing right here first. So anyways, we did do that. So now that we did do that, as you can see right there, see that? So we did that, right? And then same thing again. I waited for, this is the second trade. So I missed this buy, right? I have to let it go. And I'm not buying this. I could, see how it pops up? See how these consecutive candles? See how it pops up and so it switches above and then it just barely taps in and takes off. And then it's got this higher high, higher low, and then it retraces back. See that? So this, I'm not buying that, but I understood that it was going to keep going. So I just have to wait for the retracement. Well, a change in the state of delivery. So in this case, I got this right here. See this right here? So I got these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutive candles. Same story. I wait for it to break and retrace back up right into that. And this was done on a 1 minute, by the way. Right back into that inversion. Beautiful. Came right squeezing up. Got filled. Perfect. And then sure enough, we came down. Now this sucked because this kept coming up. You see the liquidity? See how it's lower highs? Barely squeezing out. And that's why here I put my stop just a hair above here and I didn't get taken out. Because if it's any higher than this, I don't want to be in this trade. I need to be done. But anyways, my goal, as you can see the projection here, the projection is coming down to, again, a 1 and a 1.5. But more importantly, I got these equal lows right there. You see that? See that? You can see that, right? I fucking highlighted it already. Those equal lows, and then it's a 1 and 1.5. I'm on an oversold. Fucking take it out. Beautiful. Then I get ready for the buy. Now, the thing is I was possibly going to get into this 2 to 2.5. And then we have this imbalance right there. So we had this one here, right? And then we had also this one here. So I wasn't sure where it was going to stop, but I wasn't trying to find out. So because I wanted to see on the 15 minute, if you see me over here, you can see this price action. You can see these 3 down candles plus the imbalance right there on this lower one on the 15 minute. So I just got out. I don't need to be fucking right here. Back on the way up here, as you see, I did project this candle here, right? And you can see that we came to a 2 to 2.5 right here. And then we got a nice retracement. We pushed up and we got to a 3.5 to 4. You see that? So I'm using that as like kind of like the final part of this leg that I missed, right? Which stupid. I mean, I made a mistake. It's my fault, but it was moving so fast. I couldn't even, literally, frankly, I couldn't even catch it. So, and I wasn't just, as you can see, there's these 3 candles, call them 3 Indians. Some people, retail calls it, but like, there's no way to get into it except for right there. And I'm just not going to do that. So I left it alone. So there's their projection there. And then, beautiful fucking trade. So now guess what? As you see here, my goal, remember at this point, I realized that we're headed for that daily imbalance. I searched the daily, chart and I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, there's an imbalance with the liquidity sitting right there. So that's my final target. Now, as you see, I put a question mark here. So, it retraced. Remember, I retraced back into this 1 and 1.5, and then we got 3 drives lower. So then we got 3 drives lower. I did take a loss catching into this wick right here. I was pretty much impatient. And I could have waited again, as you saw me wait and be patient with the break here with those consecutive candles and the retrace back. I could have did the same thing here with these two down candles, but I knew what we were doing. And I've seen this before a million times. And what I'm trying to say is this. I'm going to show you this structure real quick. Just let me work here. So you'll see. I'm doing that on purpose. I don't need you to see it. Okay. So the structure, and this is, you'll remember this day forever. Very, very, very common on very big bullish days like that, especially when they don't let you in. They're just trying to not let you in. So, but as you see those wicks right there, you see how they come down, up and down. That's a demand. So I'll do it like this. Like this here. So I'm doing higher highs and higher lows, obviously, right? Very simple. Boom. Now they're coming down. So take a look at this. Take a look at this. Very, very, very common. You see that, right? So you see this down movement? That's those wicks right there. And that's why the price didn't push down any farther. Plus, again, it's very, very, it's a big opening gap. So most likely, especially in a transition range, you're going to see it be very heavy to the top side, very momentum. So here you see those down candles right there. Very, very, very common, this pattern. So as you see, the price dips into here. So that's me selling into here and taking it out because I know that it's all the times that I've made mistakes on days like this. I would be sitting here trying to sell this all the way back into here and constantly fucking fail, right? So the structure is this, and I know this structure. I've seen it 1,000 times. So basically it's coming back in. It's not going to break that low, which would be those lows right there of the wicks on a smaller time frame. You can see it. So anyways, that's why I'm pissed about not catching the buy. But I knew it was selling here. But the thing is that I should have just been more patient and waited. So I would have been ready for the buy, but that's okay. I at least caught this trade. I'm not going to beat myself up for it, but, so I missed that. And then the retracement back, right? So retracement back, coming back. I've already got the projection. I've already explained that. You see, I'm going to delete this now. You can see we came to the 2 to 2.5 right there and boom. Why did I take this buy right here? Now you're going to see this. This is sick. How did I get filled? And first of all, with this buy, well, first of all, I took a loss here. So me trying to be impatient and catch it. I could have waited for a change. You see these two consecutive down candles. I could have waited for it to come up, see how it comes up, and see how it retraces back. Then I would have got filled right there. Now, another way to do it, which is not as reliable, you can write it for your notes, the last down candle. If I draw a line on this last down candle, you can see that we come up above it and we dig in down. We dig in down. And that would have been right there a nice entry as well, which I should have done this. Okay. At the least, I should have done this, and I did not. I caught it here. Why did I catch it here? Well, I know I'm in a 2 and a 2.5. I know I just jumped in this imbalance. See that? And guess what's in the background? You see that? That's a previous weekly gap. It's sitting right there. And can you guess another reason why? Look at that. What's that? This is the 9:30 open. Fuck, look at the bodies. Look at the bodies sitting on it. So, I mean, could it have came down more? Sure, it could have. But take a look. I got 3. I've tagged the bottom 3 times here. All right, it's time to go. So it's just a beautiful trade, just a beautiful entry. So guess what? Then we bust above, we retrace back. We bust above, and you see me highlighting this because this is a minimum target. And then obviously another minimum target would be here because those are equal highs right there. So, and then I did the projection from here to here. These 2 down candles pushed it up. Look at where 2 to 2.5 is. So sure enough, you see we don't hit it yet. And I have to allow this to retrace back. So you're probably like, how did you hold this? Well, first of all, I already have this as a target. As you see here, the price isn't even there yet. And I'm being very, very fucking specific that I'm trying to get to this level, right? So check this out. So price pushes up, inverts right there, right? You can see it with a bullish imbalance. X marks the spot, uses it as support. And why do they do that? Why does it come here as well? Because this is a breakout level right there. You see that? See how we bust right through? They retrace right back. You're going to see that very common today. And guess what? Then the price pushes up, dangles that carrot, retraces back. I have to allow this retracement. And yes, I was a little upset about it, but I understood what was going on. What did I do? I dragged out that inversion right there. You can't miss that. Go on your chart. And you can see that we are respecting that level to the tick, even the bottom level. But why is it coming back here as well? Because the breakout level here, when it pushes through, this is your classic support resistance as well. And I have to allow this. I have to allow this. So sure enough, it didn't come any lower. It just kept going. So you see the oversold here. So it just kept going, which was beautiful. We tag into this imbalance. We come up here. We come up here. We use this as a that inversion right there. And then boom. Like, so here's my problem. Here's where I fucking dropped the ball a little bit. I put my stop loss a little too tight. And I was trying to rush for here, but I need to protect this profit. So I don't give a fuck if I'm right or not. I possibly can catch it coming up here again with a retrace, which I end up doing, which I'll show you. So, but guess what here? Here, I put it too tight and then the fucking price came down and then tagged that level just by a hair. Take a look here. Which is... Oh, you can't see it on this chart. I gotta go, not in that screenshot. I gotta go here. So take a look here. Right there. So that's where I put my stop loss. Look how they come and they tagged it. I should have known better to not put it so close. But at the same time, I'm not trying to find out, man. So whatever. But when they tagged in, they fucking took off. And and I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. So right there, see how it tags it right there? And then it became a wick, and I was like, no. And then sure enough, they barely tagged in. Look at these bastards now. And then I was like, dude, I'm not pushing that, man. So I wanted to see it kind of 50% or maybe just a hair lower just one more time. It did not. So then what I got another 3 Indian candles. Look at the candles. 1, 2, 3. They wouldn't let me fucking in. And sure enough, you know, that high was there and dude ran right through it. So what did I do? I tried to get in again. This is how I got in. Actually, let me show you the trade better. So it pushed above that high, right? This is still my target. So it pushed above the high, and then I'm looking for a retrace back. Why am I looking for a retrace back? For breakout traders. So take a look. The price 3 drives, and then I push the button right here on this candle, right here, this down candle, right to the low of it. And I know I'm already tagging this level. I'm tagging it. That's that breakout level. On a 5-minute, you will also be able to see this, and I'm going to show you because I remember. And take a look right there. See that? See that? So I literally pushed the button right there when it tagged it. And then guess what? Man, dude, they came down with this extra candle and they fucking wicked me out. And I put the stop loss right there and I got wicked out. Then this candle pushed all the way up. I'm like, dude, no way. I'm like, you bastards, I'm not missing this. But guess what? I got filled. I decided to take it again. And I got filled the way I was mentioning that I should have waited for these 2 down candles. See how we pushed above it and we came back in? So I did that with this. So I waited for these 2 I had to wait. I mean, there's no choice. So I had these 2 down candles. We pushed above it and then we came back in. Okay, we came back in. There's an imbalance right there and we're tagging the same one that I'm highlighting. And then I end up getting filled here. I pushed the button here, but I ended up getting filled here. But this was my entry. And why? Because of the down candle. See this down, see this last down candle with the little gap in between? This right here? Why does it do that? Right there. I'm trying to get filled in right there. And I knew that was going to be a big sell. Why? Because they just took out big liquidity right there. Oh my God. And I walked away. I was just like, dude, I worked all fucking day, but I was okay. I was doing other stuff, but right here. Let me just fucking draw it. Just fire, man. I'm so proud of myself, for real. You know, the hell I went through to be able to do this, man. So, I mean, you know, the guy I'm following me, you know, I'm showing my trades. Like, I'm going to show it today because it's CPI, and I said we would probably come up, and this is how you would approach it. And I wanted to do an example of this day, but take a look. that's what I was trying to enter on. I was trying to enter here because I had that breakout level, but then I used this level next. So and then I'm explaining that so I could explain this because I'm fucking, dude, I was pissed that I didn't catch this push up from here. I got stopped out right there. So I'm like, all right, I know exactly what's happening. So I got filled here. And then final target. Look, that's not, oh, and I had an alert. So I was busy, putting an alert and, it hit it and then, boom, done. And then I projected these two, no, just this one down candle, pushed it up, and it tagged into 3 and a 4 right there. And then you'll see that here, right there. Look, so that's this last down candle. Look at 3 and 4s right there. Look at that. With that liquidity, with that daily imbalance, motherfucking gorgeous. Now, again, I'm only doing this because of the fact that, for doubters, haters, whatever the case is, I mean, I'm also proud of it, but stuck to some very, very big rules. Patience, waited for order flow, and algorithmic delivery, and being patient, and all that. And because people think I'm just always here. Oh, this guy catches tops and bottoms and this and that, and it's like, yo, I don't want to portray that for you. I don't know how many years you got in the market, but I want to be able to show you what you should be doing versus what I'm doing, right? Oh yeah, so even projecting these two down candles here, the 3.5 to 4, and sure enough, it overlaps with my target. And then I also measured those consecutive down candles right here, and as you can see, the 2 to 2.5 right here. All confluence is aligning. Look, even well, I won't even go there. But with this, I think I forgot to say, I measured also this swing right here. Just these first two down, these last two down candles, not all of them. I did it just these two because that was a nice swing right there. So I chose those two. And then as you can see, when we pushed up to 1 to 1.5 right here, that's where the price stopped. I didn't need that, but I mean, I was just using it. But this was the main understanding, so I don't want to confuse you. But yeah, man. But anyways, yeah, the 2 to 2.5 is here. The projection from this lower leg to up, you see 3.5 to 4. This pullback, this pullback, I ended up measuring this swing too with these last two down candles. Look where 3 and a 4 is right here. I mean, again, and then I measured this, and then 3 and a 4 is rare. So the thing is, I don't necessarily need all that. I could delete all that and just have this liquidity with that imbalance. So on the daily, right there. See that? So so that's really, if you want to keep it simple, that's the way to do it. But the logic is the higher high, higher low, and really, and this obviously took years to understand. But see these down candles here. If I go to let me go to a 10-second, or you know what? Yeah, let's just go to a 10-second real quick. Where are you? See this? Let me zoom in. Damn, dude. See that? See this? See how this candle pushes up and then retraces back? See that? And then see these down candles right here? They end up getting used as support. So if I scrunch it up, you could see us coming right into that guy right there, who, if anyone bought on a 10-second chart, see that? And we came and we were in these down candles. And that's actually an imbalance right here, on a 10-second as well. If I zoom in, see that? See that? So, anyways, fire. And then also, real quick. So dollar, I was mentioning, if dollar was going to come back lower, then that would be like the CPI's push up. And sure enough, that's what happened. So also use that as gauging understanding. Again, you don't expect them to come back in, especially when they're trying to reach all that liquidity. But anyways, when I took that sell here, we had higher highs with Dow and then lower highs here. So that was also in the picture with my sell, my first sell of the trade. So anyways, and then here, excuse me, the reason why I'm pissed off about this buy is because I saw this divergence right here with Dow, and sure enough, it pushed it up beautifully. So I was just salty. I dropped the ball. I messed up that. Technically, I should not even. I should just be waiting for that retracement and then buy. But I also wanted to see the market do what it does, and you know what I mean. So I was like, kind of in what's the word I'm looking for? In my mind was just all over the place. So I was trying to focus hard, and ideas coming in my head, and you know how it is. So, anyways, and then we had, look at this beautiful buy. That's the buy that I told you I bought. Also coming into this down wick right there. See that? Mitigating that wick, balancing that wick, whatever. And then you had this lower low here with Dow, and then beautiful. So I took that buy up, and that's that area. That's that level right there. So obviously you have to have some type of trust, and you have to have some type of balls to be able to push the button right there. But I have super confluence 2 to 2.5. I have the 930. I have the gap. I mean, bro, that's a weekly level. So fucking gorgeous. So then, as I mentioned, that when we retrace back, it had all right to use as support to wipe out early buyers and then push up. This looked obviously very suspect. That was the move. It made sense, man. You were on an oversold. Now we were, oversold. Now we want to come to an overbought. Sure enough, we bounced. Look at the daily right there. I forgot to mention that one yesterday. And then also the same with S&P. So they didn't come lower here. And they use this as that support with that last down candle. I mentioned that yesterday too. And sure enough, they wicked up. So this was exhaustion instead of it coming back because it's wicks. They're just doing this to push it up, and that's the way the cookie crumbled. But at this point, we were underneath the 50, so you expect us to try to wipe out liquidity. So now we came to the tick there. So man, that's a lower high. I don't know. Now do we roll over here? Do we come down, or are we going to start a leg up? I don't know. And this is where I don't care. I need to step back anyway. But I mentioned I mentioned a down wedge a long time ago, but so they dangled that, so they didn't come and get that. Is this in the cards? I don't know. If we're bearish, maybe a roll over here. But if you looked at Nvidia, also you can see that I was mentioning that is this last down candle of support, and sure enough, they rolled back up. So it's kind of neutral, but it can easily do either one. I mean, it could easily just start flowing up, but I don't know about that. I don't think it will. I think it might roll over again, only because that we have order flow of bearish order flow. So lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. We came up in there, and you breakout traders, obviously. Now moving forward, does this stay empty? Or is this like a top here and then we roll over? Look at the 4 hour. The 4 hour is starting to reach above up there. So, so the daily, that would now be closed like this. For example, does the next day, which would be tomorrow, Thursday, would it make a swing high where it kind of does like this? See this over here? See this? See how we made this high right here, and then this next bearish candle pops up and then breaks down, makes a swing high. So do we get like a pop up here, and then it comes down? We obviously now have balance. We also have a breakout level there, and they probably want to come back into this area. In general speaking, so does the next day do that? Do we get a Thursday reversal and then we come back just to balance this? Because who just made money? We just fucked all these people. Now, whoever is in here just made money, right? So that's the basic logic. Am I missing something? 28 minutes. And I tried to do that as fast as I could, dude. So, I mean, if you're a real trader, you're watching this. But anyways, yeah, I'm trying to think. Is there anything else missing? Super fucking fire. And then if you go look at bonds looked like that they were at the floor and then they shot up. So now I think bonds are waking back up. So that might push us back up, man, to be honest with you. So, and then if you take a look at yields had a nice drop. So I don't know if I was to have to look at this properly. um, coming back down for us with dollar and yields, do they stop here and continue back up? If they do, then we just made a lower high and we're going to roll over like I just talked about. But if I start to see bearish order flow with dollar and yields and bonds pushing up, I'm going to want to tip my hat towards us kind of continuing up. Let me look at the data here. Again, this month is just a big consolidation. If we take a look, where where are we here with the open here? So this was the open of the month of the year, right? So yeah, I mean, this could do this, so that's why I don't know at this point. Everything else looked clean and easy, but again, you take it day by day and as it comes to you. But I'm not fighting this. Like, you don't fight this. You just don't fight this. You just, as you see, I bought right there just to get to there, right? Because I know I've seen this a million times, but I understand where it's drawing to and what their objective is, and it's the higher time frame. So they gave us a gift with that. So I'd like to see us pop up, take out that high of today for Thursday. And then I want to see Thursday come back in and then maybe use this as an inversion right here. Oh, another thing I was going to forget, and I'm sure you want to know this. If you look at the daily imbalance, that bearish one that we talked about right here, you could see when we went above it. So let me change this visibility real quick. I'm just gonna use that for now. Wait, that wasn't what I wanted to say. Well, we pushed above it, and using it as an inversion, that's a strength. Also, we came above that. So, like, if that was a 1 minute chart, if the daily was a 1 minute chart, and us coming above it, that would be used as an inversion. But that's not what I was trying to say. Hold on, let me think about this for a hot second. There was something here. Oh, right here. Yes, right here. This 4-hour imbalance here. You take a look here and here. And let me drag that out. Come on. Did I just delete the, yeah. All right, so that's the other thing I wanted to mention is right there. So that 4-hour imbalance, if we're using it as an inversion, we're coming above it. Remember, this is still all CPI shit and it's early, but we came above that level. Look at the body sitting on 50%. Yo, I'm telling you, nobody showed you this on the internet. I promise you that. So this is more of a reason why I was pissed that I didn't get this buy, and another reason why I'm taking the damn trade out. But that's fire. So we pushed above that, and then just higher highs, higher lows, man. So now I made this video way too long, and now we start this whole scenario all over again. Again, in a perfect world, I'd like to not even be bearish. I'd like to just do this. I'd like to just come back, do that, right? But if we're not bullish and we are bearish, right? If we are bearish, then I'd like to, well, there should be a whatever. You get what I'm saying. So you guys take care and God bless.